So this week was Bisexuality Awareness Week, and as a bisexual, I wanted to bring awareness to the stupid things that people say to me because I'm a bisexual. People say a lot without thinking, and it's truly troubling. One time I was on a date with this man and I informed him that I was a bisexual, and everything seemed fine until he got really quiet and then takes a sip of his wine and then says, "So how many threesomes have you had?" I have actually had men break up with me because they couldn't handle that I was a bisexual. As one man put it, he couldn't handle the fact that I might cheat on him with a woman. I mean, are we just ignoring the fact that this man just thinks that I'm automatically a terrible person that's eventually going to cheat on him? There's so many problems with that situation. I think it's safe to say that I'm no longer with that human. There was this one guy that I dated for a while, and our relationship seemed kind of perfect, and he was really understanding about my bisexuality, or he seemed to be, and everything seemed great until about 3 months into the relationship. There was a span of like a week where he kept asking if I would have a threesome with a friend that he knew that was totally down for it. And I said, "I don't think you understand bisexuality." I want to make things clear. It's not to say that I don't. I mean, threesomes are fine. I've never had one, but they seem fun. And I mean, if you're a grown consenting adult and that is something you want to do, go for it. Me as a grown consenting adult may someday want to do that, but I don't think it has anything to do with my bisexuality. Unfortunately, the ignorance isn't only for the straight men that I've dated. I have gotten ridiculous comments from lesbian women that I've dated. There has been countless of women that begin a relationship with me, and then sometime in the midst of the honeymoon stage, they find out that I'm bisexual, and they can't handle the fact that I've been with a man before, or they can't handle the fact that I could be with a man in the future or whilst we're together. Maybe I'm putting off this weird vibe that I'm a cheater, because a lot of these situations have to do with men and women thinking that I'm gonna cheat on them. Maybe this is a me thing. Maybe I need to go back to therapy. There is so many dumb things that people say. I have been asked if I'm going through a phase, or when do you think your phase is gonna be over, or oh, you're just going through a crazy phase, or oh, so do you mean you like get drunk and make out with women? Yes, but that has nothing to do with my bisexuality. That has to do with the tequila in my system. Okay, so all jokes aside, I mean, not all jokes aside, I feel like I am a walking joke 99.9% of the time, but let's put the jokes aside for a little bit. And the reality of it is, it's Bisexuality Awareness Week. And that is very important. I personally feel sometimes that bisexuality is some sort of a fetish to some people. It's something to explore and think about and fantasize about. And it's not like we're actual human beings who have the capacity of being in love with a man or a woman. For me personally, and this may not be for every bisexual, but personally, I feel like I do not see gender when I'm dating someone. I could fall in love with a man, I could fall in love with a female. I've had very strong feelings for both, and I'm sick and tired of being treated like my bisexuality is something to joke about, or something that's not a genuine thing, or something that's not real, which is what I've been told often. Bisexuality isn't a thing. And it makes me think of Callie Torres from Grey's Anatomy, who I love, that character. Side note, I'll always find a way to bring it back to either Grey's Anatomy or Friends, so I'm glad we got to this reference. It brings me back to Callie Torres when she was talking about her bisexuality in an episode, and she was saying bisexuality is a real thing. It's called LGBTQ for a reason, and the B doesn't just mean badass. I mean, it kind of does, but it's also for bisexual. It's very true. We are not just a fun thing to talk about. We are not just a fantasy to discuss. We are real human beings that can fall in love with a man or a woman And that's it. I understand that people have questions and I actually welcome the questions, but to make me feel like I'm like an object that's like overly sexualized and just going through this weird stage of her life, it makes me feel disgusting to even be talking to you in a serious manner. I think I got a little bit too serious and I didn't mean to. Should I make a fart joke? Or leave me in the comments down below. How do you feel about the way people talk and discuss bisexuality? Sometimes I feel proud and amazed that we have people like Sara Ramirez from Grey's Anatomy that brings so much awareness and opens up the topic of bisexuality. And sometimes I feel disgusted that men continue to ask me to have threesomes with him and his wife. It's happened more than once, so that's a reality that I live in. That's it. So yeah, that got weird and personal. Threesomes. I'm not against them. I mean, they're probably tons of fun. I've just never had one. I mean, I'm not saying I would never have one. This isn't a discussion we're gonna have on camera. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. If you haven't already, remember to subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna be posting a little bit more regularly. You may notice that the quality of the video isn't great. It's because I'm filming with my iPhone because I broke my camera. I don't want to talk about how it happened, when it happened, or what's happening now. The point is I don't have a camera. I'm filming with my video. You're just gonna have to accept it for a few months because I'm broke. So that's it. That's all I got. And it's hot as balls in my room. So I'm gonna turn these lights off and go away now. All right, thanks for sticking around till the end. I don't know why you did that, but good for you. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.